Link is officially narrow sideways channel for a year now. What have I told you guys about narrow sideways channels? The longer the something, the bigger the something, right? That's one hell of a narrow sideways channel. When this thing breaks out, oh boy, look out. Fireworks should be impressive. And of course, you want to know when it's probably going to break out, when it W's on the other side of this trend line. So interesting. Down, up, down. Well, it's got the green light if it wants to go. LOLCC Holdings. So this is what I basically have for the LOL Canasta Club portfolio. And if we start seeing W's come in, I've already got a lot of this MATIC though, so I don't really need any more. But if that W came in here, I wouldn't have a problem buying that. Looks like it's nice to reload zony. Sushi, same sort of thing. If this W does come in, I could endorse you taking a shot at that. FXS, this was one of Zug's ideas. I think also this FPI, I think, is part of it. Frax Price Index Share. I think, I'm not sure if CPOOL is. It's kind of interesting. There really wasn't any great hurry to go in and buy this. I did strap some on, little old lady kind of stuff here, so I'm not really too worried about it breaking down. But if you, and really, can you even trade these things? If you were trading and you see these double bottoms here getting broken, you probably want to just hop off. I'm not really in a big hurry to do anything with these guys. Just coming in, just sort of scooping up, hoovering. LTO, same sort of thing. Interesting how he's trying to bottom. I wouldn't mind seeing that tail eaten. OMG actually broke to new lows. I was a little surprised by that. We'll keep an eye on this. I think I did go and buy some off of that level there, thinking that double bottom should hold. Didn't. If you were trading this, right, you probably want to get the hell out on the fail of that level. I'm LOLing, and why am I LOLing? Of course, has this thing got any room to move up here? Sitting at 70, 80 cents, and the old highs there were 20 bucks just in the 21 peak. In the previous market cycle peak, it was ridiculous how high these things went. But you can see, May, June, I don't really see any bulls here. This RUNE, this was one of Sjord's names that he likes. But this guy's right back down. I did pick up a little bit of this for the LOL portfolio because I love to buy down markets. That one's definitely in sort of the wheelhouse. Can't really buy this one here. It's well off its lows. If you got a big dump against these lows, then maybe you could come in. Same thing on the XLM, dumps down against these lows. Maybe think about joining me. Nothing really to do there. Same thing on the KMD. Zen put in a cute little W there, but we did break to new lows here, so wouldn't be in a huge hurry. It's interesting how these lows here, that's probably your floor. We're pretty close. There's a little bit of a W there, but considering May, June, swoon, all that kind of talk, could these lows be washed? Yeah, I think so. Wouldn't be shocking. Good old Allen. You can see Allen's trying to W out here. I might go and pick up some more of Allen here. This, ironically enough, is actually where he sort of tweeted out in a word, DOGE, if you remember that a few years ago. Or maybe it was a year or two ago. I can't remember something like that. That was right in this area here. So you can see there's the original double bottom. Is that a place to maybe go pick some up? It's not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind, though, if we could just get out of this May, June window and get into July. Then we'd probably know that, it's worth taking a shot on these things. The LOOM, I heard that the LOOM was in a little bit of regulatory trouble these days. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, coming down against the bottom in his range, buying down markets. I didn't get filled on any of this there recently, but if I didn't have this and I wanted to buy this, well, he's coming down into levels. Ubic, of course, I've told you about this. Kind of a fun name. Alex Stirk and the principals, and of course, my Twitter picture. Now I'm officially an NFT. That's of these guys. And I like this Geo, I've always liked this. I don't know how to get in on this thing though. You can see how insane they take these things. So down here at a penny, is that worth going and maybe just nibbling a little bit, just grabbing some? And then, just even this spike up here, that was to 4 or 5 cents. Could you get a double off here? Get any kind of pop-ups filling these gaps up here through the summer? Is that even possibly realistic? I think so, but you'd have to do the whole thing through the DeFi space now. Link. Actually, I think I saw Eddie posted that he said that Link is officially narrow sideways channel for a year now. What have I told you guys about narrow sideways channels? The longer the something, the bigger the something, right? That's one hell of a narrow sideways channel. When this thing breaks out, oh boy, look out. Fireworks should be impressive. And of course, you want to know when it's probably going to break out, when it W's on the other side of this trend line. So interesting. Down, up, down. Well, it's got the green light if it wants to go. Well, there you go. That's probably, I think Chico likes this one. That's one that I'd be very interested in. I know Chico likes this EWT Energy Webs. That to me looks very viable. This is the DeFi proxy there. EOS, now we're back to some of these more names that I've just been nibbling away on here. Perfectly fine. Nibble if this thing does go up through this high, although this is a new clothesline low, so I don't think there's a huge hurry here. Is this in sort of nibble country? Value levels? It's not bad. I think I remember somebody saying, though, that this EOS has just a ridiculous amount of coins on. POLS, I think I told you, very interested. In fact, I might even just go, let's put an alert on this thing here. If this thing trades up here and we actually get a W out of this, I think I'd go and buy some of this thing. Add alert. Anyway, hopefully I can get in on that name. I like the look of that. It's nice and cheap. If that W comes in, rock and roll. NKN, this is another one that I did miss a double order on recently. A little bit lazy, I guess. But I'm not really in a hurry to do anything here. You can see, if you could buy, especially those kind of dips down there, if you can buy into that, great. I suppose, the dip against these lows, there is the 3-bar fractal that marked the bottom. That isn't a bad level. I don't know whether I would pay here, but you want to work a stink bid. I think there's even a gap here. So if you want to work a stink bid at this gap, that's probably the place to be a buyer. And there it is. What is that? 0.0945 and it's sitting at 10.22 cents right now. Well, caveat emptor, there's the levels. We talked about VGX. I did pick up a little bit more of that. There's Ocean. Oh no, I wouldn't touch that. This thing's gonna have to come all the way back down here. Lit. If you could W out there, that's not a terrible idea. Majin though, understand. We just made a new low. Rallied up. We're testing that low now. If we can turn around and W out here, then we might have something. But I don't think this thing's going to be like a trade. Going to get rich trading until we actually get a W on the other side of this. This would still be just sort of like, well, it's down at the bottom end of the range. You want to nibble away, go for it. Same thing on this DEGO. If anything, this guy looks a little bit vulnerable. You can kind of see it looks like he's getting ready to just sort of puke out here. So your kilos are down there at $1, and here we are at $1.84. Don't be shocked if you hear that I went and bought some more if we dump down against those lows. CELO, this was that old magic internet money guy, Danny fucking. He said he always liked this story. I like this story just location, right? Bottom end of the range. Did put in a little bit of a W there, so I'm a little surprised didn't get more action here. I think it's probably more just a function over the seasonality. And the way that this thing's acting makes perfect sense given the fact that we're in May, June.